Hello and welcome to today's puzzle. It's called Forcing Moves Jackpot, and it is very similar to yesterday's puzzle where we were also down a rook and a knight, and it's 4 pawns against 6 in this situation. But as you can see, we have a strong attack going on black's king. We have our queen aiming down at the king, and we have a knight close by, a bishop, and the rook is controlling the open g file. On the other hand, if we consider black's situation, black has its own attack going on with knight b3 check, followed by queen takes the rook on g1. So we have to play forcing moves from now on in order to win the game, and hence the name of the puzzle, Forcing Moves Jackpot. So what can we do in this situation? We know that the knight is pinned, so if we try to add more pressure to it by playing knight h7, then we are giving black the chance to initiate its attack. So to start this puzzle, we need to sacrifice our queen for the knight, bringing black's king out in the open on the king's side. After that, we have a couple of options. We can play knight takes d7 check with a fork on the queen, but we would still be down some material as black will have a rook for our bishop and he has more pawns. So what other forcing move can we play? If we play bishop g7, the king has the option to go back and run away to the safety of the queen's side. If we put our bishop on g5 with a check, now the king can't run back, but after king g7 and bishop e7, we do give a discovered check, but black now has two options. If the king moves to h6, it will end up in a repetition and eventually a draw. If black blunders and moves to h8, it will be a checkmate with bishop f6. Our rook is controlling the g file, the knight has the control of the exit square, and the bishop is giving the check. Okay, so that's one solution, but that only works if black doesn't play h6 here. So let's go back. So after our queen sacrifice, the next move is knight h7 check, once again forcing the black's king to e7, and then we deliver a check with our bishop, controlling the exit square for the king. The only move left for black is to defend with the pawn, but we continue to give another check with our bishop, this time supported by our knight, and after king moves to f7, we have a beautiful checkmate with our rook to g7. So to quickly show you the solution for this puzzle, we start with sacrificing our queen, and after king takes, we play knight h7 check, forcing the king to e7, then bishop comes in with a check. Black has to defend with its pawn, but it's still a check with a bishop, and after the last forcing move, king to f7, we deliver checkmate with a rook left. That will be all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.